I guess, but it sounds really rough.
I have enough top laners next to me to talk me through this matchup on top lane and what we can expect from this
Okay,
year.
so Rumble is definitely gonna pressure out
That as well with a flash Q from Miky, so Yike now looking to maybe make that play mid.
Going to jump onto Patrik first though, Shattering Strike for the stun, he'll be okay. Underneath the tower, as you say in the mid lane, Jackie's is dead, pretty much. There we are, the final order from Caps is enough to take him out. With no flash, there wasn't really much of an escape for the G2.
Nicely done. The fact that now you can get that control in the mid lane for Caps is going to be great. Get that little bit of an advantage with the Vamp Scepter so you can trade heavily, but Yike now finds the Antonio, 6 for Rumble.
Yeah, Antonio has the equalizer, as you say, but Broken Blade pretty tanky already, and the equalizer does not live up to its name here. Broken Blade able to tank it up.
Broken Blade, they just solo out the Antonio to set up for the play. Now again, Ignar trying to cover mid, but MikyX is also here.
That Caps coming in, Ignar there for the cover. Caps flashes over, maybe was looking for the Buster Shot back, didn't land it. And yeah, Caps invests his splash there for not too much in the end.
I think you're right, Medic. I think his idea was, oh, if I flash over, let's go back to base.
Back towards the top lane, the Antonio struggled a little bit in this lane. Obviously, there's been attention from Yike, but also the fact he wasn't able to get a good back timer to buy Sork boots means that Broken Blade doesn't have to worry too much about his magic damage. You can get that single bit of magic resist with a null magic mantle, and there's no penetration coming out from the Antonio. It becomes a lot easier for Broken Blade to survive in that lane as we see a dive in the bot side. Twisted advance going in by Juhan. Mom, well, she's rung the dinner bell, but I'm not sure anyone's feeding yet. As Yike is able to force Ignar and Patrik away with a trigger seed on Daisy.
The Antonio's roamed down in towards the mid lane from Broken Blade. On the bottom half, Hansama going to get a couple more for himself. So yes, you get an extra grub as GIANTX, but you spend a lot of time there. Now the TP onto the Antonio.
TP in by Broken Blade. The Antonio does have a flash, the equalizer coming out, but he's torn it up, and Hansama and Broken Blade will melt him down. No escape for the Rumble. Hansama gets his first of the game.
I think now is a really room somewhere else on the map for G2 to potentially put pressure. G2 and Miky can move into the bot side river, start threatening this mid tower, maybe even convert that pressure into a dragon. Instead, they might just go for a fight.
Forward with the quickness, with the charm. Redemption comes out. Caps able to jump across the side. Knocks back Jackie's with the Buster Shot. Caps is so low. The trigger seed saving him for a second. The Magnus Storm coming out from Miky as well, but Jackie's has already found the first kill. Juhan falling low. Miky being opened up on. He'll flash across the wall, but Patrik will chase him with a flash of his own. Hansama sliding in like Tony Hawk across the wall. Yike surviving with 30 HP. And now Patrik's on the wrong side of the rift. Daisy going to chase him out. And it looks like he's going to sacrifice himself to the tower. Not sure if anyone's hit him recently. Don't think it will be an execute. In the end, it will be Yike picking up the kill because, of course, Daisy got that auto down. Down towards the bottom side. Broken Blade can shadow him, does have that hero's entrance. Tower falls in top. Caps jumps onto the Antonio, and I'm not sure the Antonio has a way out of this one. Caps cleans him up for his second kill of the game, 7-2 now, and a 6,000 gold lead for G2.
I mean, it's the story of the series, right? G2's about to go 3-0 towers up in the early game.
Hans is going to get rooted, cleanses. Juhan underneath the tower, lightning crash. Hans needs a hero, and here comes Broken Blade, but Hansama is a mile away. The redemption coming out, Jackie's falling low. Miky there with the Magnus Storm, and Hansama able to escape. Juhan going to start to retreat because he knows his team's days are numbered. G2 collapse, they'll take Patrik, they'll take Jackie's, the Antonio's already dead, and Caps is still pushing bots.
G2 brought a literal Goliath to the fight, and it works out beautifully for them. Hansama able
G2 and things just are not panning out the way that they want. Every single fight, it's going to be another pick here, I think. So they have the damage.
It's going to be Jackie's joining the fight, but Juhan's already down to about 200 HP. Ignar here for a bit of shielding. Dances in with the battle dance. Broken Blade falling low, will fall to Jackie's first. And now Miky needs to try and get the hell out of dodge. The trigger seed on him buys him a second, but it's not going to buy enough. 2 over to Jackie's. The Antonio now collapsing on Hansama, and I'm not sure he wins out this fight. Hansama doesn't have the flash, but can just dash across the wall to the relative safety of the river. Took one earlier on, as you say, Rob. Don't think dragon stacking is really going to be the name of the game this match. There's no wave in the top lane, so G2 can't pressure 2 towers at once, but they can definitely take the tier 2 in mid. The Root Caller lands into the Magnus Storm, and here comes the hero. He's fresh for the fight. GIANTX forced away. Jackie's ticking to the ignite. Equalizer down. Jackie's just about survives on the backline, but G2 will use the pressure in mid to open up the base.
It's GIANTX immediately forced to retreat to the safety of their fountain. 21 minutes in, and G2 will crack the base of GIANTX. It's a 10k gold lead already, and GIANTX have barely been able to...
area for GIANTX.
GIANTX have a tiny bit of vision in that top lane try, but with the TP coming in, I don't really think they'll be able to challenge this one too effectively. G2 are calling GIANTX to the battle. They have a control ward in, but immediately Ignar pays the price of putting it down. Mom is not going to be able to save you from this situation, GIANTX. G2 take the Baron, they'll take the kill, they'll take a 12,000 gold lead. I think they want to take the series.
It isn't really fair to moonwalk.
Way too cool from G2. Broken Blade flanking here as GIANTX try and defend. Ignar back up to bolster the defenses, but even his contributions don't do much in the face of G2, who continue to march forward. Nature's Glass coming out, Miky tanks it, Caps takes the shot as well, but buffers out his jump. The hero's entrance from Broken Blade will separate the two teams. Ignar forced to dance away, Broken Blade flashes and lands the two-man taunt. Patrik has to flash away, Caps jumps forward once again with that rocket leap, but can't find purchase on the fight. Instead, they find purchase on the inhib, and that will fall. Top and mid now down. The Baron remains for 2 minutes' time, and G2 are looking to end the series right here, right now. The first Nexus tower is laid to ruins. Broken Blade almost the same. The Trigger C just in time to save his life. Will G2 continue to advance? Will GIANTX find a way to win out the fight? No TP for Broken Blade means that likely G2 will allow GIANTX to live to fight another day. Perhaps mistimed recalls here. The Twisted Advance coming out. Yike stays around. GIANTX looking to collapse. Caps waits across the wall. The TP behind as well on that control ward. Hunt Summer can open up. Has that lightning crash, and Juhan's already down to half HP. The Antonio coming for the flank, and Juhan will fall first. The Antonio looking for something, but he can't find it, and the rest of his team has left him to the wolves that are G2. It looked like G2 would need to reset, but GIANTX walked into their gaping maws. And now with Baron remaining for a minute and a half, I think it's all done.
You don't want to throw punches at a man that's walking away, and GIANTX did just that, and G2 came back angry, waving top now. G2 want to make this the quickest game of the series.
A lower bracket run, a G2 speciality. Here they're looking to start it in emphatic style. GIANTX, Patrik, Jackies and Ignar left to try and find a way back in, but Miky is having none of it. He puts them back into the fountain, and GIANTX will be taking a long vacation. G2, in dominant fashion, will take the 3-0 and meet up with BDS on Friday.
I mean, if you're a G2 fan, you really couldn't ask for much more. A very clear bounce back from their defeat against MDK, and they just dominated their opposition. Clean play from start to finish.
You can vote for your player of the series at LEC on X, Broken Blade, Hansama, or MikyX.
All good options. I think